Uh, so today we'll be dealing with the. I already told you that we are studying Flutter and Dart, and Flutter is the framework, and Dart is the code, like it is the language we use to code. The yesterday I have told you. So today, so before entering to the coding part and everything, first of all, we want to familiar with the code part, the coding part. No, so the language we using is Dart language. So we want to be familiar with the Dart language. The first thing is we want to be familiar with the Dart language. After then only we can proceed with the framework Flutter. So today we'll be covering with the Dart basics such as like printing hello world and the data types and the something list map and the loops, then the listed methods, something we will be covering. So for that, for running that, we won't be using the VS Code for time being. We'll be using yeah yeah we'll be using the website called dartpart.dev. Dartpart.dev. I'll just present the screen. Okay. Mm. So you go to your browser and type dartpad.dev. Uh, so this is a tool where we can run the Dart languages, Dart codes. So for similar to C++, as today I have told you, Dart is a combination of Python and C++. So see in C++, maybe if anyone have like if you are familiar with the C++, we know that for running C++, there will be a function called void main where the program will start the function. Like it's a function where the program first will trigger. Okay. Similarly, in Dart also we have a function similar to C++ that is called void main. So void, I'll be explaining what is void and main and everything. I will be explaining to you. So for time being, you just think that the program will start inside the void main. Okay. So the first thing is just write void main and put two brackets and cover it up in the curly bracket. Then just write print statement. So everyone maybe know what is print statement. So print statement is just printing something to the output, and in Dart, uh, we'll be like writing all the codes with the semicolon ending. Okay, so this is quite similar to C++ and C. So you can just write hello world and just run this one. So inside here you can write the codes and see you can see the output in the console here. So this is the first code, and you can write in the Dart, what the Dart language. You can write and test using the Dart part, and you can see the output here in the console. So there is a statement called a print statement, and you can write whatever the things you want to print and run the statement, and you can see the output. So this is those who are familiar with the C++, you may think it's same as C++. Yeah, it's same, and it's a combination of Python and C++. Okay, so this is just the very simple code, just a printing hello world. And next we'll be like adding the data types and the variables. So what are data types? So if I am writing a string, suppose there are many data types, string is there, integer is there, double is there, variable data type is there, and there are many other data types. So I will show you what is data type. Right now, I'm going with the programming like a flow. We are not going to the theory and study something hard. We are only dealing with the practical case. So I am just writing the string name. Okay, string name is equal to. So everyone know that string will be like if it is a character, single character, then we will be covering in the single quotes. If it is too much character is there, we will be covering in the double quotes. But in Dart, it is not quite sure. You can use the alternatives. You can use the single quotes to cover the multiple characters and everything. There is no stick-on policies there. But programmers generally use double quotes to cover the strings. So I am writing hello world. It's my name, Elias. And you instead of printing hello world, you can print now my name. So just run this one. Okay. So initially in the print statement itself, I have included the double quote string. But now I have assigned that name to a variable called like my name to alias this string to a variable called name, and it is a local variable. And I use the print statement to the print the name. So you understand, right? Similarly, I can write my int age. I can assign my age. So it is an integer, right? So I can assign my age to 22. Like then I can write my like many other properties I can write, and I can print int comma age, many other things I can do. So only one allowed. So you can do the two things. So you write separate print statement, and you can write, yeah. So these all are the data type. These all are the variables. Name is a local variable, and age is also a local variable. And you know that age is an integer, name is a string. So string and int are the what we can tell. It is the data types. So this part we covered. The next thing is we have to cover is that check. Yeah. So I'm giving this everything. You just go to this website and try with a few examples. You should be able to do this one. Then only while entering to this app part and everything, you need to be familiar with this coding. At least you should try this everything in this datpart.dev and get familiar now itself. Then it will be like quite easy for you to code in the like app. Otherwise, you may feel difficult. That's why I am covering this Dart basics the very first day itself. Okay. So now my aim is to print. So my aim is to print hello world alias. So yeah, instead of I can do hello world or just hello alias. The first thing is I can do uh, just like this, just changing by the string. That's a good idea, yeah. But I have given the name. It's only the name, and hello. It's only my name is only alias, right? So how to print hello with my name? So that thing we can string that it is called a string concatenation. So we are adding the two strings. So you maybe know that we can write the two string hello plus you can use the plus operator to write name. That's a method, and you can run this one and you can still see hello world, or you can use in Dart. They are offering they have a specific way to print some strings and the variable. You just add a dollar symbol inside the strings and just use name. So you can use this method while coding. Okay. So you can write int age equal to 22 and hello, my age is so you just put a dollar symbol and write age. Okay. Uh, so you can use the string manipulations or string concatenation. So earlier I have showed the plus using the plus operator, right? That is string concatenation. Right now we are studying string manipulation using the dollar symbol. Okay. Either you also can include two curly bracket. So sometimes you may be working with the Flutter, the Dart. You may see that dollar symbol with a two like curly bracket. That is also fine. We'll get the output. So, but it is not necessary to add this one. You can just use a dollar symbol and indicate that it is a variable. Okay. So I can change my age and everything. Thanks. I can change my age and run and everything. So that's a way to print the strings with the variables. Okay. Then next we'll be using the we'll be next focusing on uh, the loops. Uh, so there is different types of loops are there. For loop are the while loop is there, do while loop, and many other loops are there. But only we need to be familiar with the for loop and yeah, for loop only we have to be familiar with while coding. So I'll be already teaching you the for loop. So the for loop is just if you are familiar with the any other languages, you may know that just write for. So what is loop, by the way? It is looping. So if we need to write hello for 10 times, the either I can use the print statement 10 times, I need to be copy paste. That's the one method to write hello 10 times, right? Or we can use a for loop. So for loop is nothing but just for int I equal to 0, you say put a semicolon, I less than 10 and I plus plus. Okay, then open a curly bracket. Okay, sorry. Yep. Then just write print hello. Then I told you everything that every statement will end with the semicolon, right? So just run this one. You can see that hello is print 10 times. So either to print hello 10 times, we should use uh, the print statement 10 times, or you can use the for loop to run this one. So this is just a for loop, just a very basic loop. So that's the loop for loop. Now we'll be dealing with the, so just write for initialize a variable int variable I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. So after each iteration, the I will be incrementing, I'll be incrementing each type. So I have like I'm giving you a task uh, to, so this everyone need to submit in the Moodle. Just a screenshot of this one. So I need to get a something called so hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, hello 4, hello 5, hello 10. Just think about it and submit the screenshot today. Okay. So go to this website dartpart.dev and just make some code to write or to print hello 1, hello 2, hello 3, up to hello 10. Okay. So hello space, there should be a space also. Hello space 0, 0, no, hello 1, space 1, hello space 2. Okay. So is that clear for you? Mm, Is there any doubt is there? Um, yeah, we'll be dealing with the this part and everything. So I know that some students are facing some like issues, no issues, like we'll be dealing. No. Is there any other doubts are there for whatever I discussed? So whatever I discussed, yeah, why these guys are not responding? What happened? Huh? Just chat to me. Okay, is that clear? So we have covered the yeah, it's clear. So I need your contribution also. You should go to the same website, try to code the hello world, and using some data types, you try to code, and string is there, integer is there. You try to code the double also. Okay, I haven't discussed the double. You please try your end. Okay. Then do the activity I have given to you. The activity is like just using some loops or whatever the technology you know till now, just write some piece of code that will print hello 1, hello space 1, hello space 2, up to hello space 10. Okay, that's the task I have given to you, and I have discussed the for loop also. Next, we'll be dealing with the list and map. Okay. Uh, shall I proceed? Is it okay? I have only got response from a few students. What about others? Everyone can chat. No others will see. I will be seeing. No. Yeah. So take it as an interactive section. You can chat. Okay. Yeah. Sure. So now, um, yeah. Now we'll be dealing with the list. List, or in general, it is called array. Okay. In general, in C++ and other languages, in even in Python also, it will be calling us list, no, array. But in Dart, we will be calling that array as list. So this is the syntax to write list. So the capital letter list, and okay. So list one, the left, like the arrow icon. Then you write string. I'll be discussing this within a few explanation, equal to alias, then George, sorry, comma, then you can write. Okay. And you should give a variable name. So this is the data type, and the variable name is missing here. So what is the variable name I can give? I can give as an array. Okay. Array names. Is that okay? So what this list or array is telling you that it is a list of type strings. So list is generally included in C and C++ also. We are including the arrays inside this square bracket. In Python also we will be dealing the same. So in Dart language also, for writing the list, we'll be writing the square brackets, and what is inside the square brackets? It is a string, right? So this is a string, and this is a string, and this is a string. So that is what list of strings. This operator is will be pronouncing as list of strings. So how to write a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. List of what a list of int, right? So it will be a list of int and the array int. Okay, so this will be the array of int. And how to print the first list, the array names of 0. So array names of 0, we can check what it will print. So array name of 0 will print the first element in this list. So every list start with a 0 index. So keep it, remember that it will start with a 0 index. So array names of 1 will print the second element in this list, and of 2 will print the third element of that list. And what if suppose I used to print the 3? If I use third one. Okay, what happened? Okay, I think some error happened from myself. Oh, it's gone. Okay, so void main. There's some network error, I think so. So list of string and array names equal to, okay, and yeah, so this is our list, and there are other several methods of list are there. We'll like introduce each methods. So how to print this each element, like the alias, then space, like below George, then Anna. How to print that? So either I can use the print statement, right? I can use the print statement, array of names of 0. Then I can copy paste this one, two or like 3 times I can copy paste and I can print. That's a method. Or I can use what? I can use for loop, right? So I can use for int I equal to 0, semicolon, I less than, how much is there I am starting from? I always remember that list will start from 0 index. So the first element will assign 0, then 1, then 2. So it should be less than or equal to 2, right? Less than or equal to 2, or in general I can say less than 3. And I will be incremented each time. Then we will be using the print statement, array names of I, right? So the first time when the for loop runs, it will be printing array names of 0, array names of 1, array names of 2, and it is less than 3. So the next time it won't run. So just use to run this one. Yeah, you can see Elias, George, and Anna. Okay. And this is a method to print or loop through the list. We are generally calling this as looping through the list. Okay, we are looping through the list, and or looping, we are going through each element of the list. Uh, and uh, there is like yeah. So this is looping through the list, and there is also one method called, instead of this for loops, there will be a method associated with the list called array names dot for each. Okay. So this for each is a function which is provided by the list, and it will be having, so this is a anonymous function. So inside to brackets we can put and two curly brackets, and inside this small brackets we can pass an element, or you can write whatever the things you want. I can write I can write whatever the names, or I can put it as name, and inside this square bracket just put print name and see what is going on. So just run this one. So you can see it's again printing for Elias, George, and Anna. So what's the beauty is that you don't need to initialize I, and you don't need to think about how much elements are there. Nothing you need to be familiar. Just use the list dot for each. How it is declaring for, you just write for each and put two brackets, then a semicolon, and inside this bracket just put two brackets and the curly bracket. So inside this one, two brackets, no, the first bracket, you just write whatever the names you are familiar. You can write element, you can write whatever, then use a print statement to write this one. Okay, is that clear? So this is, there are two methods are there. You can use the for loop, or you can use the for each loops through looping through the list. So that's the first method, looping through the list. Then you can use, you may know that array names dot length. So everyone may be quite familiar with sorry, array names dot length. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So name is not a, like a dot length is not a function. Just take the list and just put that dot and dot length. It will give the length of that list. And the next method is dot add method, which means we are adding some data to the list. How to add? We can put it as array names dot add. Again, I can add yeah. So then you can loop through the list. So how to loop through the list? Array names dot for each. So this method is called a camel case. Okay. So the camel case is just if you are writing my name in camel case, alias, then George, which means the next will start with the capital letter. That's how camel casing is working out. So for each is a camel case, and I told you that just put a square bracket, then put a bracket, then the semicolon, then put again bracket, then the curly bracket, then write element, then inside here just write print element. Okay, that's how we need to loop through the list. So you can see here, while looping through the list, I have got Elias, George, Anna, and Cuckoo. So that's the add method. Then next I am commenting this out. So to comment, you just remember that you put two the two that symbol, or you can use just put this one, the mouse on that array names, then press control slash. Okay, control the question mark button, control backslash, or you can just put two backslash, or you can point your mouse here and press control question mark or control backslash, then it will be commented. The next method is the remove method. That is just similar here, array names dot remove. So many other, if you put a dot here and just wait for some second, there will be many functions, whatever the functions the list is providing to you will be visible to you. So the first method is length, reversed, hash code runtime first or null index is empty or is non-empty. Many other methods are there: add all, any, as map, contains, element add, many other methods. You can go with this one and try out and everything. And if you are getting doubt, just go to the documentation, just try it out. So I'm not doing this one and everything. I need some methods to be familiar. That is add method, then remove. How the remove methods? So I am removing my name. So just go through the loops. Then you can see that my name is removed from the list. So that's one method. Then add is a method, remove is a method. Next, I'll be dealing with contains. So contains means, so while doing the programs, we may have some list will be there. So some point of time, we want to check whether this variable is present here or not, right? So just print array names dot contains. So I may need to check whether my alias is contained in that list. So that's how we are doing, is that array names dot contains. So that will print true. Yeah, the list contain alias. Okay. So this is the next method to check whether some element is present inside that list. So you can write an if statement. You may be familiar with the if statement. So if some square like say bracket, then the curly bracket. So here you can put the statement. So if I am writing that if array names dot contains alias. So this, everyone know that this part will give you true. So if this condition is true, execute this whatever written inside the if block. So you can write print alias is the inside the list. Then you can run this. Yeah, alias is there inside the list. So this is what if, and you know that if else is there, and you can write name is not there. So I am just removing this yes from here. So remember that every statement ends with a semicolon, then just run this one. Name is not there. So if array names dot contains alia, that is not there in this list. So if block, this condition is false, right? So this condition won't work. So the else part will work. So that is what print name is not there. That is if else block. Okay, I'm just trying to introduce if else block. So you got familiar with the next method is what? Array names dot contains. Okay, so this is the next method. So this is if else. Yep. Then the next is that to check whether the list is empty or not. Array names, you can just put a dot and is empty. So is there two other methods are there? You can check whether it is empty or you can check whether it is non-empty. So I am checking is empty or not. So just run this one and it will tell that false. So this list is not empty. So these all methods you like may be required in the coding part. So I may ask you to check whether list is empty or not. If the list is empty, print the list is empty. How? So that is the second task I am giving to you today. So check, write a list here and just write some if else block, and just write if else block, and if the list is empty, just print the list is empty, or the list is not empty, just print how much length it contains. Okay, just listen to here. The first task I have already given to you. The second task is um, just write a list, whatever the list you want. You can write integer list, the string list. Okay, then double list is also possible. Then write an if else statement, checking whether the list is empty or not. If it is empty, then print that it is empty, or if it is not empty, print the list is not list contains the number of elements. So list contain 3 elements, list contain 4 elements, list contain 5 elements. So make that a that's the part I have given to you. So I think uh, it's you comprehend it. So please try to do the second task. So yeah, the next method we'll be using is that for each I have told you, and the next method is very easy. So array. So I am uncommenting, for uncommenting also control question mark. Okay, select the part to uncomment, then question mark. Array names dot clear. Okay, so if I run this one, there will be nothing, output will be there, which means I have clear all the names in the list. That's using this clear function, and remember that it is a function. Okay, so add is a function, remove is a function, contain is a function, and clear is a function. But names is not a method, it is a method. Okay, the difference is there. And after clearing all the elements, if I loop through the list and print each element, there won't be any elements. And the next the next thing will be uh, uh, um, yeah, after that, like, I'm not coming to that part, we'll be discussing later. So I hope list is clear for you, and we'll write a new dart part, and if you need means I will share this dart. Okay, yeah, so the next part will be working with, so I have discussed, I have taught you what is list. Now we'll be dealing with map. So map in Python, it is called as dictionary, Python dictionary. In C++, it is known as hash map. But in Dart also it is called as map. Okay, it's very easy, nothing is there. And why it is called the dictionary? Most suitable word for map is dictionary itself. Why dictionary? Dictionary will be like in dictionary, for each word there will be explanation, right? There will be explanation. Similarly here also, for each key and value, I'll be discussing what is key and value. For each key there will be some sort of explanation part is called a value, will be there. So for every program to run, the first thing is to write the void main block. So void main, void main. That's the first method. The first thing you should do to run the program is to write the void main part. Okay, void main, then just write, instead of list, map, and it will be a string, comma string. I'll be telling you what is this one. Name alias. So just wait, okay. I'll be writing this one. First name alias, comma, Name. So I should, oh, similarly, this is the data type, and I should give a details. I should give a what? Variable name, right? Details. Surname is uh, George, and this would end with the semicolon, right? So what is this map? Map is called nothing. Nothing is there. So map is a dictionary, and it contains many words. Key. These are called the key, and these are called the values. Okay. Or this is the word we are searching in the dictionary, and this is the explanation for that word. So you know that both the keys and the values are string. That's why we are writing the data type as map string comma string. So if I want to write something like string comma int, so I am writing the price 12. I can write the quantity 2. This is also a string of key. The first thing is the keys data type. That is what this is string. And the second data type is telling you the data type of the value. So that is int. So this is the variable and this is the data type. So you can write the maps. This is the map. So map is something like the things will be there and some explanation will be there. So that is what map. And then how to access the variables inside the map. So how to display my name alias. So how to access the alias. So that print. So for accessing the list name square bracket 0 index, that called index. 0 is called an index, 1 is called an next index, and everything is possible to print to access the elements inside the list. How to access the values inside map or dictionary? How to access? So just write the the map name, then square bracket similar to list square bracket, then put a string, and we need to access the first name, right? that's that's it. Okay, so while printing you can see the alias. So while accessing the list you have to print the uh, the index you have to give, but for uh, uh, like a map you have to just access the key that will to give the it will give the value name. So I am giving you a task. The next task is of the day. So for the next so first task I have given you is to write just me uh, is for only one data type is possible in list. Yeah, sure. One data type is only possible in list. So either list comma string or list comma int. If you don't know the data type, just write. Yeah, I am coming to that point that I will discuss in meanwhile. There is another method also to, if you don't know the data type, you can use the variable name var, var, that I will discuss in meanwhile. That I have skipped. Then next question is for each only possible for arrays? Yeah, for each only possible for arrays. So array name dot for each. Then we can use to loop through the list. List is what arrays. Okay. Let's say two dot cache. Then so what I like coming to say that I have given you 3 tasks. So what is the first task, guys? What is the first task I have given to you?
print hello 1, hello 2, hello 3.
Yeah. So print hello 1 up to hello 10 space 10. And the second task I have given to you is that what you can use your I have given you the power to unmute. You can use the chat and everything. So
To
they
check whether the list is empty or not, and then print. If it is empty, we should print it. The list is empty, or if it is not, we have to print like the list has that many elements.
okay, thank you, Gayatri. And yeah, so the second task I have given to you is that check whether the list is empty. If it is not empty, then just print how much elements it has. So the list have 3 elements or 4 elements. Okay. Then the third task I have given to you is just the task I have given to you is that write a list. So what that I am not asking you, just you answer. You are the guys like listening. No, what is the third task I have given to you? You can use the chat also. No need to unmute if you are quite insecure to unmute. Just use the chat facility. Okay. I need to make sure that you are listening in my class. That's it. Uh, please, guys, you please respond. Then only I can understand whether you are following my class or anything. Or else I will like just go in deep and explain. No issues. So after that, uh, I have given you. I have taught you the map, right? The map and given you the task that. Mm, what the task I have given? Oh, I haven't assigned you a task. I think so. Uh, I'll explain. Okay. Uh, so the task I have given you is that so this is map. Write a uh, that I think or mm, yeah, just write a list of data type map, and you know that map has string comma string. So you can write the list using this one. Then the list name you can give and you can put it as square bracket. Then you can use the add method to add the curly bracket. You can put the add method and put the curly bracket inside the add method, and just you can add so only my details are there, no? So you can add 2 or 3 people's details, and you can use the for each for this list and display the first name of all the persons inside that list. Okay, that's the third task I have given to you. I have like just make sure that you understand. So write a data type of list, and what is that list? It is a map of string comma string. Just give a variable name and put a bracket. Then you write the add method to add this put like if this is the details list, then details uh, list dot add, you put a square curly bracket and add these details. Okay, you put to add method and use the for loop for if not sorry for loop, no, for each loop, and loop through the list and access the first name of that map inside that list. That's the third task. Okay, so that's it for today. Um, so early I'm covering, I have covered a bit. So today I have discussed how to write hello world and the data types. How also one thing more I missed, I think just one thing. Um, there is one more data type is there. Uh, this if you don't know what data type of particular data is, you can use var. Var Hello. Is it clear? Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Now you're audible.
Okay. Thank you. Network issues. Don't mind. Okay. Yeah. So, sorry guys. So you can use, if you don't know the data type of a particular data, you can use the data type var. So it is indicates it is a variable. So you can assign the string data type, and you can assign integer. Sorry, integer. You can assign the double values. You can assign whatever the things using the data type var. So that is the someone asked out in between. So we can use the var data type also. Okay. So if you are not quite sure about like writing a list of this works, I think so. But during the coding part and it doesn't works. Yeah. So while coding part and everything, every data will be uniform data. So if it's map, most of course often we'll be dealing with the list map. Okay, while coding we'll be we'll be dealing with the list comma map only, or list comma string. So that's often for the last for like 2 years. I have only dealt with the list comma string and list comma map comma string, and that's it. If anything appear more, we'll be discussing. Okay. Uh, so that's the last part I have added to you. And today I have discussed to you the hello world, then data types, string in list map, then the loop, for loop, then the list loops for each, then the list methods, length, add, remove, contains, is empty, for each, clear, then the map, and the finally the var and the map, and the three tasks I have given to you. First task is print hello 1, hello 2, hello up to 10. The next task is write a list uh, which contains check. You can write whatever the list you want, either string list of integer list or whatever the list, and check whether the list is empty. So make two condition. Take a screenshot of condition. You write a if condition, else part also you need to write, and check whether the list is empty. uh, and if it's empty, you just print the list is empty, or else like if it's not empty, just print the list contains this much elements, this itna much elements. Okay, this contains 3 elements or 4 elements. So you need to think whatever I have discussed. You please think, and I have discussed all the part. The remaining things you can do. And the next task I have given to you is that write a list of map which contains two persons details, and go through loop through the list and display the first name. Okay, that's the next thing I have given to you. So that's the 3 tasks. I will open a like a portal, the assignment portal, to upload in the Moodle. So the you have to submit this one. So tomorrow also I'll give you some work. Tomorrow we will be dealing with the class. So that's the most important part in like Flutter and Dart. If you need to be so familiar with the class, then only everything you whatever you see in Flutter, that's class. Ultimately, that's class. So everything coding and everything will be dealing with the class. So I need a separate section, a dedicated section for class, and I'll be dealing so clearly with the class. Okay. So tomorrow we'll cover with the class. Then after we'll be starting the coding part, and we'll be dealing with the one of the example meals app. Okay, that's it for today. If any doubt is there, you can ask. I can add be used to add multiple elements. We have to only add. We have like only one element is possible. Add all is there. You can just go through the Google and just search it out. Okay. Add add all is there. So many other methods are there. Only I have discussed a bit. If you need more guidance, more if you want to dig more methods of list, definitely you can go to net and you can search like each part and everything. But no need to be like that much. Only we have to be like familiar with the 2 or 3 types. So why this add method is using in if suppose you are creating a to do app to do like while adding you you just add to do one activity, then you press enter button, then while entering button you will be adding that to do to a list. So while enter you just add to the list, you will append or you will add to that list. That's what called a to-do app. So to-do will be using add the method. So that's the specialty of add in the practical scenario. Okay, that's it for today. So I just